Hi everyone, I'm Chris Newhart. I'm here with Baked God Supreme.
Hey, what's happening, my man? What's going down?
For real, it's a pleasure to have you. It's
Hey,
good to see
be
you
back
again.
my man. Thank you for letting me come out.
For real, appreciate you coming here to Irie's Place to get a proper interview. For people that I've been following on social media, I got to interact and cover this gentleman's performance and interview him at Liquid Joe's a few weeks ago.
That was a fucking good show.
For real, you rocked it, fam.
Thank
For
you,
real,
man.
everyone was loving your energy, and you just command that presence and took over the stage.
Well, I'm just out there like the Lord. You know what I'm saying? I'm just there speaking for the people, for the common man. You know what I mean?
For real, and that's what I love about you, and appreciate you doing another follow-up interview. I wanted to do a little bit more in depth about you and kind of find out, your background, like. What really got you motivated to get into your craft and your music, and what was kind of like your early inspirations of maybe some artists that got you inspired or life situations, if you could kind of inform us a little bit more.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, music for me has just been always a constant. I mean, like outside of the rap shit, I've been doing a lot of music since I was a kid. So that sort of push to express myself through music, through sound was always there. In the beginning, I used to actually have I still got a band that I started like way back in high school before any of this.
Heck yeah, that's what's up.
Exactly.
What was the name of the band?
Oh, that's Blind Magus.
Heck yeah.
Right, with like some stoner metal type shit. But it was really like the first real big sort of like deviation into this. Before that, it was just a lot of just doodling around on my own. But that band was the first sort of experience into making music, and I found myself really loving that. And I found myself wanting to commit more time to not only just a band, but just music in general. So from there, it sort of spiraled off. I started producing at first.
Oh wow, that's what's up.
I feel like, especially nowadays, I feel like everybody's everything basically. You gotta be your own producer, you gotta be your own PR man, you gotta be, your own hype man. So
For real.
even though I started doing that before I started doing the rap, and I think that was like an important thing to know. And so I started doing production at first, and then after a while, you start producing shit, and you're just like, damn, maybe I could write some of this.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to give this out to someone. This is too fucking good.
For real.
I crafted some Fuego here. I need this back. This gotta be mine.
For real. Save the best for yourself.
Exactly. And that was like when I was starting to get back into hip hop, because I was definitely one of them. Little pieces of shit back in high school. He was like, rap hasn't been good since Biggie Smalls, bruh. If it's made after 1992, bruh, I don't want to listen to it. It's
Yeah.
shit. And I feel like that pushed me back a little bit, because there was definitely a lot in those early 2000s to like now that I definitely missed out on, that I'm playing catch up on a little bit.
Right.
But I'm eternally grateful for getting back into it, because that was the push to start taking it a little more seriously, to take it from just beyond just producing, in my bedroom, doing shit for myself. I think it was Tyler. Yeah, it was a Tyler track I was listening to that made me want to go like, all right, let's get into this.
For real.
Those guys might have lied to me. That shit after the 90s might have been good. Oh, fuck. You know what I mean?
For real. Speaking of those being your earlier influences, who are some people that currently influence you now?
Right now, rocking in the rap game. I mean, if I'm gonna be real with you, outside of like the bigger pop artists, for me it's always been my homies.
Heck yeah, that's what's up.
My friends and my fellow musicians always, I think, is the big thing that I that I sort of look up to, because it's once you surround yourself with other people who are as passionate or as into whatever you're doing, you sort of see you sort of like build off one another. Your energy contributes to their energy, and then they double that shit, and then you take that and double that shit,
For real.
So, for me, the biggest inspirations have always been the homies that I got who are making the music with me.
That's beautiful. That's what's up. I love hearing answers like that because you know you get your answers like Lil Wayne or Jay-Z or whatever, but it's good when you know it's real and
It's real as though. I mean, don't get me wrong, that shit's important.
Yeah,
I mean,
they inspire you, but it's good when you're actually around people that inspire you on a daily and actually
Exactly.
in that energy. You
No,
know?
like Jay-Z could inspire me, but it's not like I live down the street from the damn man. He didn't fucking come over and tell me how I'm doing on my shit.
Yeah. For real, for real. Well, with that, you said that you know you started producing and then you started to rap. You know, what are you excited for in the future with getting through this COVID pandemic and the hopes for 2021? Do you hope that do you see that there'll be more shows going on, or do you think it's going to take longer, or what's your opinion on that?
I'm hoping we get those damn venues open, like
For real.
fucking fast. It's just the way the music works is changed from even like 10, 20 years ago. That touring and that consistent, like going out and doing physical shows, you know, when you're selling tickets, you're selling merch, you're selling whatnot, that's become your bread and butter again.
Yeah.
Because streaming don't pay like it used to, if it pays at all.
Yeah.
If it pays at all. So, I mean, that's been really the toughest part about this whole year, is getting that sort of income, I guess, like that sort of cash and experience
Yeah.
out of the way. Because, you know, it's one thing blowing up and dropping music, you know, just music, and it's a whole different set of knowledge and experience, you know, once you hit the road and once you're traveling and doing shit. And again, not only is that good for like filling your money bank, but it's also fucking good for filling the knowledge bank too. You learn a lot. You learn a lot of important things.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I say travel is one of the best educations because you meet different people, different cultures, different food, different
Exactly.
music, different fashion, and then that helps you add to yours and just kind of build off of that and learn. But yeah, I was wondering, what's some advice that you give to people that are trying to follow in your footsteps? Because a lot of people might not realize it at first. They just see a musician and then don't realize it. But to be a successful musician, you have to be an entrepreneur. You know, you have to develop your brand, your look.
Get used to wearing a lot of hats, I guess would be the big thing to impart. Because again, one of the great fucking one of the great fucking resources for music now has been the internet, and that makes it real easy for man. You know, like we always say, that shit makes it easy for anyone to sort of hop on, do what they want. But I don't think a lot of people realize all the different things that you have to do. It's not just slapping your music up and calling it good. You know, you
For real.
gotta learn how to mix. You gotta learn how to produce if you're really feeling it, or you gotta, you know, network, find somebody who can produce for you. You know, you gotta do all these things. You gotta be your own promo man. You gotta be the man setting up your own, you know, website, shit like that.
Yeah.
You got to be managing yourself. So all these different skills, you know, I think are important to learn. It's important to learn them early on and practice. That shit is the most important. I can't even begin. I can't even begin. Practice. I cannot stress this enough.
For real.
You know, everyone here thinking they're gonna fucking, you know, throw their fucking lucid dreams out there and it's gonna blow up. And it's not that easy.
For real.
You gotta learn. You gotta take the time to sit down. You know, that was one of the really big things I learned from starting in production that I was really glad about is, you know, you learn that you can't really shit out a beat in 5 minutes and expect it to be good. You really gotta take the time to sit down, learn your sounds, learn what's in your library, learn how to use the tools that are given you effectively. And again, we live in the great golden age of Al Gore's internet, so that shit is, you know, it's real easy to find resources from people who are way smarter at this shit than I am.
For
It's
real.
real easy to find resources to help you along, but the most important thing is you can watch as many videos as you want, You can listen to as many fucking lectures as you want, but the most important thing is to physically sit down and do it yourself. And the first few times it may not sound good, but that's okay.
As long as you're doing
You
it.
you gotta start somewhere first, bro. Why do you think I keep those first fucking productions under lock and key? Them shits was ass. No one's allowed to listen to those.
Yeah.
But it was important.
Yeah.
You know, it taught me. And even from those, I took important lessons that I apply to the music that I make now.
Heck yeah. That's awesome, yeah, because that's why I try and tell people, it's just like, do it, you know what I'm saying, and eventually you'll get better and better and better, but if you don't start, or you're scared, or you're like, oh, I don't have enough money to make it look perfect, or whatever, it's like, if you don't start somewhere, then you'll never get there.
Exactly. No,
you
even
know?
if you're scared, start small, you know what I'm saying? Go up to your homie, and be like, hey, yo, you want to listen to this? You want to give me some advice? You want to talk to people. You're going to have to do a fuck ton of that down the line. Might as well get your nervousness over with.
For real, for real. And I thank God for the hustle and the grind, because it's like, it puts you, it sucks so much and it hurts and you suffer so much, but it's like you have to go through that, because once you do get the keys to your kingdom, if you don't know how to keep them, it's like, thank goodness you didn't get that opportunity back a few years ago, because you probably just would have squandered it. You don't know what to do with it.
For fucking real. Like, I'm real glad. I'm real glad that all the shit's been starting to pop up for me now. Because even like a year or two ago, I don't think I was in the right space. I guess the right mindset to be able to use it fully. I'm very, very glad that it's starting to happen now. Now that I got this experience that I need to develop.
For real, that's what's up.
It's good shit.
For real. Well, greatly appreciate the advice for our audience. And before you get going real quick, I was wondering, could you give everyone your links, your social media links, your website, where people listen to you more and follow you more and see where you're going to be at next?
Yeah, for sure.
And once he does, everyone, please like, subscribe, comment, share, all that.
I'm on that Instagram. I'm on that Spotify. You looking for Baked God Supreme? I'm sure he'll write it down in the description or some shit. But
for real, we'll put a link in the
Baked God
description.
Supreme, one word, link in description. Yo, shout out my boy Philly D. You know what I'm saying?
Heck yeah.
But yeah, that's for the Spotify, that's for the SoundCloud, that's for the Instagram. For all the merch and all the art that I make, that's store brand, consume store brand on all platforms. We got some hype shit, you know. That's all I'm gonna say.
Heck yeah. Well, again, brother, thank you so much for doing this, and thank you everyone for tuning in, and much love and respect.